Lizzie Borden took an axe, gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, well, she gave her father 41. Actually, it wasn't an axe, it was a hatchet. But the children who did the jump rope rhyme couldn't really come up with a word that rhymed with hatchet, and axe just seemed to fit the bill.
Hello and welcome to Gothic Reviews. Today we are reviewing a bloody fucking hatchet necklace from Asylum artwork. Yes, that's what it is officially called. I am not trying to use foul language on purpose or anything, but...
And if the hatchet is engaged in fornication with other hatchets, we don't know about it. We stay out of its business, you know? You don't really encroach on a hatchet's business, especially when it's a bloody one. You don't want to annoy it.
That's very true.
I was looking for this, actually, for Gomez. He can explain why later as he unfolds the awesome review. But when we were looking at several different hatchet pendants and charms from various places, and I was showing him different ones, and he was keeping a few for consideration, rejecting others if they weren't exactly the right kind he was looking for, because this one's rather specific that he had in mind. Of course, the clue was at the beginning of this video. But, so I came upon this link, and I just laughed my head off when I read it, and I thought, okay, even if he doesn't want this, I don't know if he wants this hatchet or not, it's so cool. He at least has to see it, and he has to see the write-up and advertisement for this pendant, because it was just so bloody brilliant and hilarious that I had to show it to him. And I was like, even if you don't want this, read it. It's awesome. So I thought he could read it to you guys so that you could share the awesome. And if you would like to add a bloody hatchet to your collection, it's small enough to be a charm on a bracelet, or it's a smaller, less obvious pendant, but it's 3D, it's great detail, and you'll see more about that when Gomez reviews it. But it was just so funny, the ad for it, so I wanted to share it with you guys to enjoy, whether you do or do not want to add a bloody hatchet to your collection.
Bloody fucking hatchet necklace, $25. This item ships for free in the USA. Severed heads are kind of my thing, and sometimes you just need to cut a bitch. So instead of pretending to be someone you're not, just let your inner psycho shine by wearing a bloody hatchet around your neck for the world to see. These bloody hatchets are all hand-painted by me with a special blind paint made with preserved goat blood. They're bloody on both sides because having only one side bloody would be fucking lame. Each one is unique but similar, like a snowflake, only bloodier. Nothing says sleep with one eye open, motherfuckers, like a person wearing a bloody fucking hatchet necklace. You're welcome. Each hatchet pendant comes with a matching silver tone chain and will be packaged in a gift box. International orders go here. And there's a link on Etsy, so our friends from the UK and elsewhere can always get it on this site. We'll provide the link eventually. I think
it's got real blood. You gotta love that. And I love, you know, letting your inner psycho shine. And my favorite line was about how sometimes you just need to cut a bitch, because we're not talking about a little straight razor or pocket knife. We're talking about a bloody hatchet. So, you know, it kind of gives new meaning to getting cut. I mean, like, I don't think, oh, I got a little nick on my arm from this hatchet. No, you're going to get cut in a way that you might not be recovering from. So I just love the beautiful understatement of that. Just so well written. As an author, I had to appreciate the brilliance several times over. I think I read it a few times and relished. Sometimes you just need to cut a bitch with your bloody hatchet.
It's like one of those proses that are poetic in their own right.
Yes. So we wanted to share that with everyone, and now we will get into the review.
Yes, this hatchet came, you can see it of course on me with this chain. That's cute.
Where it looks the best.
Yes, it allows it to shine. It looks completely silverish, and it's covered on the edge with blood, again like the site promised on both sides. It arrived in this box featuring the logo from Asylum artwork itself, which is a ribcage, and I like the quaint touch of the heart inside of it. It's like the combination of all the stereotypes of goth and emo and everything together in one package. And another charming addition that enough orders seem to receive, maybe every single order, is this beautiful hand that I really like. It appears to me clawed, and I somehow collect clawed hands. I started getting into them because maybe it's the artist slash writer, or in me, or whatever else you would call it, the creative personality. I can envision those hands moving and doing all kinds of cool things in the story scene. So it really is picturesque. It has nice colors. It's well developed, and it was free, and it is really a good gift for me, especially for a free gift. But I would even pay for it otherwise. So
and you can tell it's not broken off of anything because it's rounded off on the back nicely. Lurch also got one. I showed him the ad and I said, we're getting this, but you have to see this. And he got one, so.
Yes, look how cute it is. Aww.
His came with the same stuff, so if you guys order anything, that's what you should probably be getting.
And here is the business card of Asylum artwork itself, well developed with an appropriate blood spatter all around. As any blood spatter analyst, the kind of Dexter would envy.
Still I sing Bonnie boys, Bonnie mad boys, Bedlam boys are Bonnie. You know, for Asylum artwork.
Yes.
Gotta love Bedlam boys.
And the stickers were also quaint, and in a good way, of course, like, because for us quaint is inspiring. So here we have those 3 stickers that came. The first of them appears to feature a small Frankenstein-like, Frankenstein monsters-like head based on the old horror movies, and inside of it there is some kind of a jar reminding us of the whole brain episode with Frankenstein's monster in Igor and how the brain was displaced and all kinds of, well, allusion to...
Abnormal.
Yes. And another, that's a delightful one. It's like, basically, because it's so pink, it's a piggy, but then it has wings, so it's almost like a pig goyle. It's like remarkable. It's the brilliant concept. I really love it.
Gargoyle, oink.
Oink, snort.
You're so cute.
And then we have one of my favorites that looks the more darker tone, where the others were comical a bit. This one is a 3-headed wolf. Each head is itself a wolf, and they look like they mean business, properly dark and brooding and inspiring. They could give... Yes, that's so beautiful.
Aww.
So I think that's...
You're gonna put those on your laptop?
I think I am, yes. They would be inspiring if I am writing something that could inspire. So again, I'm showing you the hand because I'm like very happy with it.
Am I going to turn it into something for you, or are you going to leave it loose?
I don't know yet. I'll play with it for a while and see if it has its own will, like a hand of glory that opens doors.
Or if thing has opinions.
Ooh, I like that.
And if you guys end up ordering something from them and you get the hand, I did another hand that we got from the Haunted Bat in a Halloween box, trade it into a bookmark for Gomez recently, and a few other things with a recent Halloween DIY, a few spooky ideas that I recently threw up there. So if you guys get a hand and want to see how to do it into a bookmark, just check a few videos back, and I have done it for you.
Morticia delivers. So this is basically the proper part of the review, but I also wanted to share that personal bit about why I had this X/Hatchet in the first place, because it's again another writing idea. It occurred to me one time, what would happen if the Hatchet of Lizzie Borden had its own voice?
I thought I did that. Did you do that?
Well, you started writing about Lizzie, but I started writing the X specifically.
Okay. See, when we write, I forget who does what.
It merges so nicely. That's why we can co-write so well. After a while, I tend to forget most of my passages or ideas, or who did what and where it ends and where it starts, which is the best kind of co-writing, I think. I think that's what Stephen King and Peter Straub commented on The Talisman, that they could not remember anymore who did what. It just all worked together.
I think I had the idea of that the axe was a demonically kind of possessed thing, and you had its personality, maybe.
Yes, that seems
so, yeah,
right.
It's kind of half and half. Like, I was writing Lizzie, and she was holding the axe and thinking about how, you know, if it decided it wanted to kill somebody in the hotel where they were, it was Hotel California in our game, like, she wouldn't really have much choice. It has a will of its own, but then he drew the personality out, which is totally classic.
Well, good. Morticia remembered it properly, so it's...
Yeah, I wouldn't have come up with that good of a personality. It was awesome.
Yes, it's like just so interesting, like, because a thing is an object, we don't often think what kind of story would it tell if we could...
Yeah, I was never into that. I just thought, what if the axe made her do it? Like, she wanted to do it anyway, but the axe, because it's demonically possessed, played on her need that her parents were bad people and, you know, whatever, and it kind of gave her the strength and whatnot to carry out those murders. What if the axe were special? And then Gomez took it to a whole new awesome level.
And thus, the story of the Bloody Hatchet goes on as new episodes are added.
And I was looking for the pendant, I think, for him. Like, wouldn't that be inspiring if you had a good one? And then I kept sending him different pendant links for hatchets and different charms. And like, didn't the hatchet have an opinion about how it wanted to look?
Yeah, it wanted to be sort of on the elegant side. Like everybody knows the brutal aspect where it's like all wooden and covered and like sick. But
Killing people and stuff.
yes, but it didn't want to be involved in all that. It doesn't mind the killing or anything. It just wanted to be more elegant, to be receiving its due, if you will.
And it felt that this one did it. And this is a metal charm, so it's sturdy and whatnot. And I guess he likes that. He wanted to be silverish, right?
Yes, he likes being so elegant. So, according to him, that's the elegant look that he was trying for, so he's content.
And he liked the blood.
Yes.
So we hope that you enjoyed this review, and do check out Asylum. They have a lot of different things, and they work with natural, legally obtained, do not kill animals and whatever, like, materials, but it's very creative and very cool.
Yes, we enjoyed greatly the Asylum artwork site at large, and we would definitely buy from it again. So, until next time, try to enjoy the daylight.